this is awesome. Nintendo was just like, you enjoy that. We have some work to do behind
Yeah.
the scenes. And they killed all those websites.
Yep.
They said, you like it, huh? It's making us a lot of money. Now,
Yep.
just axe the website in the back. Why, yes, we are back with some more of Zelda, some more Link's Awakening. We're in the second dungeon, the Bottle Grotto.
You didn't smash any of those pots.
I can't yet.
Oh.
So in this game, you need the power bracelets to pick up the pots.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, he's just like, too heavy.
Oh, I thought you could just slash it with the sword.
Nope, that's actually not until like the newer Zelda games.
Oh.
You can only pick them up. In the older ones, it was always just pick up and throw.
Ah, okay.
In my adventure game that I'm trying to make Quest Adventure, I have a spell casted on the pots, so you can't smash them. That way it's like just different enough from Zelda, but it's also a reference to Zelda. So like there's someone being like, try to smash my pots, will you? We cast a spell on them. Good luck. Alright, but no, this is all about like little switch puzzles.
I just love between Link and Adol. Just no pot is safe.
That is a cool picture. Especially because like lately games are like pitted against each other. But when you really think about it, Donna and Zelda would be best friends.
Oh my god, they would be.
And Link and Adol, like Adol would be like the finest swordsman, whereas Link would take like a dinosaur bone and use it as a sword while shield surfing down to take on the primordials.
I feel like Adol would be the big brother and Link would be the little brother.
Even though Link is like 100 years old.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Like personality-wise.
He's 100 years old, but he has the instincts of a newborn.
Adol would be the responsible one that's like, wait, we have to make sure it's safe. And Link would be the one that's like, bombs away! Like,
yep. I just fused a bomb to my shield.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Bomb G jump! So one of the things that is interesting, especially going back, is I forgot just how many Mario enemies are in this one. Like, you got the standard Goomba and the Piranha Plants and stuff, but especially because this game originally came out in 1994. So this was the 4th Zelda game they ever made. So it was interesting that, like, at that time, they used Shy Guys, you're gonna see Boos, Chain Chomps.
Yeah. Well, it's probably cheaper for them as well.
I guess that was the reason, because at first this was going to just be a remake of the 3rd Zelda game. They just wanted to see if it was possible to put it on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
And as they just tinkered around, they're just like, no, we could very well just do our own Zelda on the Game Boy. So, yeah. And the original had that like sickly lime green color.
Yeah.
So a couple years later, they did Link's Awakening DX, which is the director's cut, and that has color.
Huh.
And that was the debut of the Color Dungeon, which we will see later on.
Color Dungeon.
The color's the one where you like get the different colored tunics.
Oh,
Red tunic
okay,
for
yeah.
double damage, blue tunic for double defense.
Yeah.
That wasn't in the original. So even though it's just like interesting, a color dungeon, when you played this version, it was a big deal for the Game Boy one because it's just like, well, yeah, this is color. We're making puzzles based off colors. Look at technology. Oh, careful. Thought you could say, oh, yeah, you did. But these guys, they're enemies from Mario 2.
I don't think this game really has any Zelda.
That's the thing, like, there aren't that many Zelda enemies, like the bats, which are called Keys. There's Zelda standards, and the skeletons, and the moblins so far. But no, this one has a lot more Mario enemies than Zelda enemies.
See, I don't know. It just makes sense to me because they're the same company.
Because they're all Nintendo, yeah.
So it doesn't feel weird. It's not like opening up, like...
It's only weird when we're at, like, the
I feel like
18th Zelda, and they never do it again. So this is the only one that does that.
Well, like you said, it wasn't originally supposed to be a Zelda.
Yeah.
So, like, why would they go back and change all of the enemies they already have once they decided to make it a Zelda? I don't like it makes sense to me, and it's not like I feel like Mario and Zelda have a similar fan base, if that makes sense.
Close, yeah. More people that play Zelda consider it to be more mature. Which I don't get.
I do too, because it's more puzzle solving. It's more like you have to have more patience. You have to, figure out more problems. Whereas Mario is like, hey, jump on the platform.
Yeah.
Catch the mushroom. So, like, I can definitely understand that. But I feel like that's the way it goes. Like, kids that grew up playing Mario end up playing Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I feel like it'd be really weird if you found a Goomba in, like, Metroid.
Yeah.
That's just like a cross that doesn't make any sense. Whereas this one, it makes sense.
Okay.
Because it's like the same.
Now, is it just the art style? If you saw a Goomba in Twilight Princess, would that be more odd?
I mean, I don't know what Twilight Princess looks like. I don't remember.
Oh, that was the one where I was like herding the goats.
I know, but I can't actively remember what it looks like.
All right, we got ourselves a mini boss battle with the Hinox.
I didn't say I don't think it would necessarily be too weird because Goombas are in several different designs already as it is.
True.
At least the way that I know them, that I've met the Goombas.
This guy got grabby hands.
Don't touch it.
If he grabs you, he'll actually pick you up and chuck you across.
Oh, I know. I've been flung around a lot when I played.
Whee! The boss, you actually bring up the boss of this area in your first experience. First impressions, actually, is what it's called. And that's the genie. We're going to get to him shortly. And that's the one where the game, like, tells you, hey, maybe you should throw me against the wall. And it's just like, I don't understand. So we'll see. This is a black hole. It's going to suck us all up. But don't worry, because I have a map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Oh my god. Dora.
So we're getting everything but the power bracelets. We need to find ourselves these power bracelets so that we can smash on through. No shortage of rupees in this game.
You know, get the pen?
That's just for the magic powder. I'm good. There they are. There's the booze. They operate differently this time. You have to turn on the light to make them vulnerable. In Mario, it's just if you look at them, they go, ah!
Yeah.
Eee! Don't look at me! There we go. At last, you can pick up pots and stones. Hooray! Oh, I thought lighting both torches would have done something. Alrighty then. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it's like, ooh, I bet I get a secret if I light all the torches in this room. No!
Just threw the money right over the
1 rupee!
Well, you keep throwing them against the wall. No wonder you're not going to get anything.
Oh, this is interesting. I don't think I'm supposed to be up here. Whee! Nice.
Key.
Yep, got another small key. And these are hungry doors. They eat your key when you use them.
Yeah.
You don't get to save keys in this game. You use them and the door goes...
I don't know if it's my inexperience or my OCD, but you leave things behind and I'm like, wait, no! What are you doing?
I don't need everything.
I'm like, yes, you do.
See, these are Zelda enemies. This is the classic Zelda fare. The Keys, the Stalfos, all good stuff. Okay, let's go here first. Ah, this room. So you have to kill these enemies in a particular order, or the chest won't appear. So this is called a Pole's Voice. And unfortunately, their gimmick was only in the original Famicom version. So in the manual, a Pole's voice hates loud sound, and a Famicom had a little speaker. So you scream into the speaker and it would kill it.
Oh my god.
They removed the speaker in the American version. So it's just like this weird bunny thing that you can only kill by like throwing a pot at it.
I would absolutely hate being a parent to a child that had to scream into its microphone.
Be like, what are you doing?
I'm trying to kill the wabbit creature.
Whoa, play Mario.
I'd be like, no, you're not allowed to have Zelda, sorry.
We're not having
Video
that
games are
Zelda.
meant to keep you quiet and out of my hair. Hence why I'm not a parent.
Ditto. I'm stuck. Okay. And I am stuck no more.
Huh.
Those are basically thwomps. There we go. Just needed a little more weight. There's a puzzle.
Poor
in a-
Link was like, I'm just a child. I only weigh 30 pounds.
Oh, I'm missing some chests. Oh, right, because I gotta go back to the entrance where all those pots were. Alrighty, let's double back. Gotta get that last chest, and then we'll face the boss. Haha. These little side-scrolling sections are neat.
Yeah, I like them.
Not only do we have Mario enemies, we feel like a Mario game. Dugga dugga dugga. A dugga dugga dugga.
The staircases to nowhere.
Here they are. The Goombas and Piranha Plants. This is full on level 1-2 in Mario Brothers. There we go. I got the hearts. I got the hearts.
Thank you.
I got all those hearts.
Thank you.
I cured your OCD. Okay, so I think if I just take this portal, it'll take me back to the entrance.
I start to get like huffy. Like there's two videos that do that, and I've shown them both to you.
Okay.
The first one I feel is the girl that like the video they're putting the shapes in for
Oh,
the holes,
yeah.
and she's like,
That's
"Where does
right,
the
this
triangle
goes in the
go?"
square.
And she's like, "No." Like that's how I feel. And then also the one with they Googled how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And
Okay.
one of the instructions is to put the butter knife in the peanut butter, and the dad just like throws it handle end into
the
the
kid
peanut butter, and the
freaks
kid's like,
out.
"You're
Yeah.
doing it wrong!" Like, no, you're doing it wrong.
Okay. Well, these are pre-recorded, so I apologize in advance if I just go, nah, don't need it.
I'm just like, ah.
Wait, come back. Well, like, you'll get turned around and yeezed and be like, did I smash this before? Oh, what the hell, it's more materials. Wonk.
That's what I mean. Hey, I never need for materials.
Because, like, there is no form of currency in Ys, so it's all about gathering, like, monster parts and materials.
Well, in Ys 8, there's no form of currency
Oh, there's currency in Ys 9? Mm-hmm. Okay.
because you're in a city with people,
Makes sense. Yeah.
whereas in 8 you're stranded on an island.
So, do you prefer gathering materials or
Yes.
just having a bunch of cash? Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that it's more interesting to like gather materials and to be able to trade versus just like, oh, I have enough money to go to a shop and buy this.
Okay. Adds that extra layer to your strategy. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's annoying looking for a specific drop from like, all right, who drops this? And you look through the monster manual that the game has, and you're going through, and you're just like, okay, you drop this, and you drop this, and you're killing it, and I'm just like, no, not that one. I want the thick hide.
See, I like,
Maybe it's different on different difficulties.
yeah, I
Like,
don't know
maybe
because
on like beginner difficulty.
well, I
it's just,
played it
like,
on regular.
regular. Okay.
I didn't play on easy. I played on regular.
Oh. Well, shit, I'm playing on normal or / regular.
But it's also like I didn't run away from any enemies. Like if I came across one, I fought it.
For the most part, I do, but as you can see in Zelda, just sometimes I'm just like, nah, don't need that.
And it's also I pick up everything that they drop. Like I don't just like I don't need it. No, I worked
it.
my ass off for that. I'm getting it. So, like, I never really needed for materials like that. It was
Okay.
only, like, the special materials.
Get a load of this guy. Ho, 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 I'm your bad guy this time. This is the genie. All right, bring it on, little guy. So he's going to chuck these fireballs at you. Just zig and zag, and you'll be A-okay. And then smack him. Well, I can't move, but I'm still all right. Your little swords won't break this bottle. Even the walls here look tougher than that dinky thing. So at that moment, you were just like, oh, I'll just throw it.
See, I didn't do that. Like, I didn't get that hint of, like, even the walls look tougher than your sword. Of, like, oh, well, then throw it against the wall.
Do you think you might have accidentally, like, skipped it with, like, the B button, maybe? Because I think there's a way, like...
No,
you're
I think
like,
I just didn't understand.
Oh, okay.
Because it doesn't specifically say, throw my bottle against the wall. It just said, oh, even the walls look tougher than your
Even the
sword.
walls
Like,
look tougher than your sword.
so I thought he was just, like, taunting. You know, I wasn't
okay.
like, oh, that's an instruction. Because remember
She's a little
how I
troll.
said I don't take hints very well. Like, I'm quite literal.
There we go, that worked. Why, you broke my bottle. Why, you make me hopping mad. So now he's going to spin around, and one of them is real. That will chuck a fireball at you, and the other is fake. That's the real one. Oh, wow, that's a big fireball. Oh, wow. So after it hits you, he, like, comes in sucker punching. I think a good old spin attack will do the trick. We should try spinning. That's a good trick. Clown genie. And that one.
Yeah, I like to pretend that I would be like the sorcerer or the mage or something, but in reality, I'm the brute. If I can't just punch it, I don't know like how to win the fight.
So, like the swordsman or like the monk? Just my solution?
Like the
Punch.
monk, like here's my fists. Come at me, bro.
So if we ever do D&D, would you go for just like the punch it character?
I don't know. I feel like I would like to be a necromancer.
Okay. Necromancers are fun. They're just difficult. Well, I wouldn't say difficult, but like you have a lot of freedom that if you're clever enough and creative, you can like take advantage of a lot of situations.
See, I don't know because I don't know like the rules of D&D.
Exactly.
Like, and depending on who you talk to, they're always like, "Oh, well, there are no rules. You just be creative and do what you want." But then it's also like,
with Jim,
no,
there clearly are rules.
No, there's rules, and the dungeon master can very easily be like, "Nah." So I don't know exactly like what
The balance.
how do you play? I don't know.
Right. Jim's good at like getting people used to the basics. He's a stickler for rules, but like he goes over all the details. So. Alrighty, so I think now that we have 2 instruments, we have this glowing rock, and here we go. Warp zones. So the more of these we find, we can warp all throughout the island.
The poor chain
But we
chomp.
only found 1.
Poor chain chomp was like, "Wait, no, my collar."
It's like going in a different direction while walking westward. Yeet.
And then he's just like, "No."
Shiba nopes. So what did you think of this little gimmick? Did you use it that much, Dampe's Shack, to where you find pieces and you can build your own dungeon?
I think I started, but I didn't really like. It wasn't a main focus.
Yeah, it's an interesting little bonus, but I don't know. I don't know if this was supposed to be like them testing the waters of a Zelda Maker, because it reminded me of Mario Maker. But it was also very specific of just like, you can only do the tiles to dungeons you've already been to.
Yeah.
And you can only use them if the rooms match. It's not like you create a room and can put anything in there. They're
Right.
pre-made rooms, you just arrange them.
Right.
And then you have to try them out, and you get a treasure if you try out the dungeon. So let's see what he can concoct for us. Oh. Alright, we got some new chambers. So we're just going to do a little sample dungeon here. I don't have that many amiibos to test out, so we're not going to show off those features. I'm just going to show off the basics, and that'll be it for this playthrough.
Okay.
I'm not going to go through like all the dungeons that you can mix and match. Now, and this is up to you, if for like a first experience you'd like to try out a dungeon that I'd make.
No.
No? You were very quick on that. Nah, I don't think I will. Alrighty.
All I can think of is from Fantasy Forever revisions, those little warp pads, trying to do the guide, and you were like, this one sends you here, and this one sends you here, and I was like, why? It doesn't make, you're like, it just does! I'm like, okay, I mean, sure.
I was young and stupid. It was 3 years ago, and I was stupid.
I was just trying to figure it out so I could put it in the guide, and you're just like, it just is! Okay, cool.
But yeah, it's just like, oh, you only have one stair. You can't finish the dungeon because you need another stair for them to connect. So it's just like, okay, find a room to connect. And I'm just like, too many rules. I just want to make things. Okay. So there's some rooms, but I gotta connect to the boss room. So you can't go through a dungeon unless you have it connecting from an entry point to the boss.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to do here. Nope, can't do that. Ay, 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 indeed. Oh, and now we have a... We added that chamber, but now it has another stairwell that we have to connect. So we're just making this a lot longer than it needs to be. No matter, no matter. I feel like it's easier the more dungeons you clear because you have more rooms to choose from.
Yeah.
Whereas I've only cleared 2 dungeons so far, so it's just like, this is what you got.
Right.
Make do with what you have. So you'll probably not be into playing my Mario Maker levels then?
No.
Nah.
No. I've watched them play your Mario Maker. I've never heard so many swear words.
I have. Rayman.
Well.
I know a lot of those words.
I know some of those words.
I know some of those words. I know a lot of those words. Whoo, she mad. At least it's pretty. That was basically how I verified all that. I was just like, it's a pretty game, but whoo, that gameplay. Okay, cool. So now, if I could just delete this room, I got myself a dungeon. Can I just remove it? Yeah, I got that one. When the entrance lights up, the job's done. Woohoo! Okay. Okay, so I need the entrance to light up for it to work. Neat! Let's see the dungeon I built. Welcome to the first Pupcorn dungeon. It's a mix of Tail Cave and Bottle Grotto. See, what I'd like is, like, you can add your own enemies. So it's like, I want the shy guys in this room.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like, no, you just grab the already pre-made rooms and you just mix and match
Rearrange
them.
it.
Like, it's a neat proof of concept. I just wish they'd go a little further with it. Who knows? Maybe a future Zelda is more like Dungeon Maker.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty neat. That would also be a good way to be like, here, you missed Dungeons and Tears of the Kingdom so much, you make them!
I know. I feel like Nintendo is good at doing that cleverly of, like, the fuck you moments. Oh, yeah. You're unhappy with our Mario games? Make your own goddamn Mario game, and you're gonna pay us $90 for you to make the game. Have fun, motherfucker. Like...
Well, on top of that, they said, oh, and all the fan game communities, we're shutting that shit down.
Yep.
Because Because they did that. Like, there was this website called Mario Fan Game Galaxy, and people would use, like, Game Maker and stuff to make their own Mario games. And as soon as Mario Maker came out, people were just like, this is awesome! Nintendo was just like, you enjoy that? We have some work to do behind the scenes. And they killed all those websites.
Yep.
They said, you like it, huh? It's making us a lot of money. Now...
Yep.
Just axe the website in the back. Oh, jeez. And you know what? If they did that with Zelda, I'd be like, yeah, that's fair. It's a fuck you, but it's a satisfying fuck you.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, they do it, but they do it cleverly.
Yep. See, for a dungeon maker, I'd like to make my own puzzles. Or at least try to.
The way that Link walks in this one reminds me of Luna. When she's like trotting to her food
little
bowl.
strut.
Come on, human.
We need to get her a Link outfit where like she has the shield
that'd be
strapped to
so
her back
cute.
and
She'd
the
be like,
sword in
let's
it.
go! To the food bowls.
Because in this game, he has the shield and sword ready at all times.
Yeah.
In games like Wind Waker,
He puts
Ocarina
it
of
on his
Time,
back.
yeah, he she's it in his back, which is not practical at all. There's thousands of videos of why you have to have your sword at
On
your
the side.
Because like your arm can only reach so far.
Well,
and if
the back-
sword's longer, it's gonna get stuck.
Like a back sheath was meant for like daggers.
Yes.
Not swords.
Daggers, very short swords. If it's a sword at like arm's length or longer, you ain't getting that son of a bitch out there without like having to bend your back, and then your enemy's just like, are you serious? People on the medieval field is just like, is this really happening right now? Shut up, it looks cool. Yeah, but I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah. I think there was like a... It sounds stupid, but like a snap. Like a clip on the back
really?
sheath that it was
Just like-
kind of like you just like snapped the sword in. So when you needed it, you didn't unsheath it upwards. You just like popped it out.
Oh, interesting.
Because I think that was used for like travel. So like during like the Crusades.
Oh.
When there was a lot of travel and they had multiple weapons on their person, you know, you can only fit so many swords on your side before you have to put them somewhere else. So they would be snapped to the back.
And here's the boss that I've put together.
The Angry Cheeseburger.
The return of the Angry Cheeseburger.
Welcome to Bad Burger, home of the Bad Burger.
Can I take your order? The order is death. Death and suffering. Come here. Come on.
Do you think they knew he looked like a cheeseburger when they made him?
I don't think so. Because the original, like, is very clearly like a worm. He's more... Like, the green thing is an add-on. They added that to the remake. Originally, he was just like a big old green worm.
Okay.
Ta-da! Dungeon clearing! And that's how you do it. So yeah, go on and have some fun. Mix together some dungeons to your heart's
Chain
content.
Chomp is just looking at the camera like, I miss my mom.
Hey, I ate the flowers like you promised, like you said I should. So, can you take me home?
Yeah, I miss my dog bed. I miss my mom. I miss my yard.
Alright. So that's all for Dampe's Shack. Maybe we'll return towards the end, but no promises. Unless there's like a heart piece hidden here and I'm just like, oh, you cheeky devil. Although I could always just do that off screen and be like, hey, there we go, I got the heart piece here. Welcome back.
I had it the whole time.
We had it the whole time. Uh-huh.
Chain Chomp is like, I don't know how to jump. Help. I feel like that's whenever I'm walking Wesker and it starts to rain, so I start to run to the house and he's like, wait, what? Hey, what? We're running now?
No, that's when you go down the steps and he decides to take a jump.
Oh my god, that was so funny. So this dog is 15 years old, okay?
Aw.
He's an old man. He struggles to walk down the steps. It doesn't appear as though he's in any pain. He just goes very, very slowly, and he sits his butt on each step and, like, scoots down.
Mm-hmm.
And the one day, I, like, walked out of our bedroom, And the way that our house is set up, there's like 4 steps, a landing, and then the stairs turn to go down the other way. And this dog jumped from the top of those 4 steps to the landing, and I thought he was going down.
Yeah.
I was like, buddy, did I just watch you off yourself? Like...
All right, so I just got my powder upgraded. I can now carry 40 powder.
For a brief moment, he was like, I believe I can fly.
I mean, he ate shit the other day. He, like, skied into the door.
No.
All right, folks. In the next episode, we're going to do some more exploring of Koholint Island. See you then.
Toodles.